Hi everyone, welcome back to Online Learnings. In this video, we'll be discussing about the second practical, which is implementing the configurations. So let's get started with part 1. So part 1 is perform the basic configuration on S1 and S2. So I'll be clicking S1 and here, enter. Now you put enable, and in order to complete the configuration, the first thing they are saying is step 1, configure S1 with a host name. As I said in previous video, where we have detailed discussion about all these commands, if you want to know, please refer to that video, because in this video we'll be doing very fast. So in order to make any changes, we need to first be in configure terminal. So it's config T. Now we can make changes. So the first change is to change the name. So I'll be writing host name S1. Right now, the second step is to use Cisco for console password. In order to enter console line, we need to write line console 0. In previous video, as I said earlier, I've given detailed explanation of what this console is, what this line is. So you can refer to that. Okay. So I have entered the line console now, and now I'll be writing password. Password, it's Cisco, password Cisco, and now login. The second thing is use class for the privilege access mode password. So I will be providing password to privilege access mode also, but if you see, there is written step 2, configure the console and encrypted privilege access mode. So in encrypted, we need to use that secret keyword, right? We can't normally just say that, okay, enable password. No, we have to write enable secret. It's class, so class, because we are giving an encrypted password here. How can you verify that both passwords were configured correctly? So in order to verify, you can just end this and you can write show run. You can see here there is enable secret password, and if you put space, you will see the line password also. And here they told only to encrypt the password of privileged access mode, not of line console. So we're not at this stage, we're not changing the password, not encrypting the line console password. So I'll put shift. I've done this, so I'll be pressing bottom arrow. And the third step is, we have done third step, right? But the second part, use an appropriate banner text to warn unauthorized access. So since I'm making a change, I will enter config T. Now I'll write banner MOTD, that is message of the day. What is the message? Authorized access only. So this banner is for people who try to enter the system without authentication. That means they don't have any password, they're just trying to hack the system or just trying to, like, get into the system. So that's why we'll be, if they try to enter the system, they will see this banner and then they can decide what they want to do. So the banner has been set. Now save the configuration file to NVRAM. So all these changes we have made, we need to save that into non-volatile RAM. That means even if you switch off the system, everything, you can still access all these changes. So in order to change, you need to use a command, but that command will not be used in configuration mode. That command, for using that command, you need to exit and you have to be in privileged access mode. That hash symbol says that it is privileged access mode. And here you will type copy running config startup config. Now enter, and all the changes have been saved to NVRAM. Repeat steps 1 to 5 for S2. So same way we are going to do with S2. We'll click S2. CLI is always there. Just enter. Now we enable. We need to change the host name. So config t host name is 2. Then we need to provide console password. So line console 0 password Cisco. Login. Do not forget login because only in console and line configuration modes we need to put login. Now we need to exit the line mode. I'm not sure if I've exited the line mode from here in order to put the. No, I haven't. I haven't exit here. Let me check if. Let me see if the changes have been made or not. Show run, but yeah, the password is still there. And if I see exit, let's see if all this works or not. The first password was Cisco, the second password was class. Yep, it works. So turns out that you can also change here. You don't need to exit, but if you have exit, it's okay. Now for privileged access mode, you can use enable secret class. This will encrypt the password. Now we need to put a banner. So banner message of the day, authorized access only, violators will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Now I need to save all these. So we'll go in privilege access mode, exit. Now we are in privilege access mode, and now we'll write copy running config to startup config. Enter, enter, and now all this has been done. Now we need to connect all this, right? So step part 2 is configure the PCs. Configure PC1 and 2 with IP addresses. So we'll select PC1, click PC1, go to desktop. Oh yeah, this is desktop, and then click IP configuration. Now you can see the IP of our PC1 is 192.168.1.1, and the subnet mask is this. Enter the information and repeat step for PC2. Let's go to PC2. Okay, then desktop here, IP, the PC2. Let's see from here, the IP address is 192.168.1.254. We go to mask. The subnet mask is here, so it's cool. And now we have configured PCs. Now we'll be doing step 2, which is test connectivity to switches. Click PC1. Let's see if we can connect to switch or not. Now we're going to use command prompt and we'll write ping and we'll write the IP address of switch 1. This is the way of ping is the keyword for making sure that there is a connection between the two devices. Connection, what I mean by connection is if I'm sending some data from PC1 to S1, am I able to send that data or not? That, or if that's why I'm using this pin to see if I'm able to send or not. So 192.168.1.253, enter. Let's see if I'm getting any reply or not. So request timed out means I'm not getting any reply. That means even though I have made these wires, but there is no connection, because and since there is no connection, PC is not able to send any data to switch 1. So I need to create that connection. It's not like I have joined wires so there is a connection. No, there is not. So now we are going to configure S1 and S2. So switches, let's go to switch 1 and okay. So now I am going to make changes. So I'll go to config T and then I'll type in interface VLAN 1. In case of switches, whenever I need to create connectivity, I'm always going to use interface VLAN 1. Always. There is no other option. In only it's specific to switches only. Okay, so when it comes to switch, I'm using interface VLAN 1. And now I'm going to put the IP address of switch. I gave IP address to PCs, right? But I also need to give IP address to switch. So I'm giving IP address 19. So IP address is the keyword, then 192.168.1.253. This is the IP address of switch, as you can see from here. And we also need to provide the subnet mask. So you put a space and then you put a subnet mask 255.255.255.0 and then you put enter. But your work is not done because the very important keyword is no shutdown. And now only the state has changed to up. So change of state to up means, if you see here, if I just put a, I'm not going to see here, it's okay. Switch 1. So here you can see the state is changed to up. That means now the connection has been built. Switch knows its own IP address. PC knows its own IP address. When PC is trying to communicate with switch, that switch knows its IP address. So therefore, switch knows that PC wants to communicate with switch. So then there is a connection which is being established. Because if you want to, like, if you want to communicate, I should know my address, right? I should know what I'm speaking. Or if I say, suppose a postman is coming right to my address, if he's giving me some random envelopes, I need to check that those envelopes are for me. And in order to check that, I need to check the address on the envelope. If the address on the envelope matches the address of my house, then only I'm going to take that envelope, right? Similarly, switch needs to know its address before communicating. So now, in similar way, I'm going to do it for S2. So again, I need to make change. So it should be config T because I'm going to make a change. And then in case of switch, if I have to give it address, I will put interface VLAN 1. All the discussion will definitely happen in lectures also. Right now, you just need to know that in order to give IP address to switch, I need to write interface VLAN 1. And now IP address of switch 2. Let's see. So the IP address of switch 2 is 192.168.1.254 space. Now you put the subnet 255.255.255.0 and enter. Now no shut down. It's very important, then only. Okay, let's duplicate address on VLAN 1. Let me see what address I have given to this. It's 253 VLAN 1 and should be working in a way, but yeah, it is working because the state is changed to up, right? This is another way of telling that VLAN 1 has been used. But in order to check if there is no problem, let's ping. Okay, let's ping. So next step is, but here before pinging, you have to use show IP interface brief command to display the IP address on switch ports. So let's use exit. I think we should be using here show IP interface brief. So here, let's see if there is any up. Okay, so see here, manual up to status up, and the rests are down. And we have given this IP address VLAN1 is also given. So the IP address has been given to switch 2. Now for switch 1, let's see, we end it and we put it. So anything we need to, if we want to see something, we always go to privilege access mode. But if we want to change something, we go to configuration mode, right? So show IP interface brief. And we have up here, but we'll put, okay, so it's I by mistake I put 92, not 192. It should be 192, right? So let me make the changes. Let's see if the change can be made or not. So config T and interface VLAN1 in order to enter the config interface mode, and now IP address 192.168.1.253 space 255.255.255.0 and no shutdown. Let's check if the change has been made or not. Show IP interface brief. Then I'm putting it space. Yep, the change has been made. The change is 192, which has been made. So now the next thing is save configurations. Now we need to save all the changes which we have made in switch to NVRAM. So we'll be using copy running config to startup config. So this needs to be done in privileged access mode. Yes, yeah, done. Similarly with S2, let's make copy running config startup config. Yes, done. Now verify connectivity. As I said, in order to see if the connection has been established or not, we need to use ping. So click PC1 and command prompt. Let's see if we can ping P2 or not. So how will the communication take place? PC1, we will write here ping PC, like the IP address of PC2. But how it should work is PC1 will be calling S1 and then S1 will be going to S2 and then PC2 will be responding. So let's see the IP address of PC2, ping 192.168.1.2. Let's hope we get a reply from PC2 because now everyone knows addresses. It's a request timeout. Interesting. It's not pinging. Let's try to ping. Oh, let's try to ping the switch and see switch 192.1.253. If the switch pings or if the switch are responding, then means yeah, we are getting a reply from switch, right? We have got 3 received and lost 1. If we do it again, we'll get 4 received and lost 0. We'll get 100% result. So the switch 1 is replying. That means switch 1 is not, there is no problem in switch 1. Let's see switch 2. So ping switch 2 is 192.168.1.254. Let's see if there is any problem in switch 2. If not, then I'll check PC2. Yep, we are getting reply from switch 2 also. If we do it again, we'll get 100% reply and no loss. Yep. But if I try with PC2 again, 1.2, let's see what happens. No, so PC2 is not, like, we're not getting reply. Maybe let's see. No, we're not getting reply from PC2. Let's check PC2 IP configuration. Oh, the configuration is wrong. It should be 1.2. So now if we do, let's check now. So this is a way of checking if you think that something is not right. So now let's see if we're getting a reply. Now we are getting reply. Yes. So this is the complete, and also if you see this packet trace, so you can check result and assessment, and you can see all are, it's 100%. That would be it. So thank you for watching video. If you like, please like, and if you want to see more videos, please subscribe. Thank you so much.